What's up guys, it's Tommy here and welcome to a brand new Liverpool transfer news video, and today's topic is that the Spanish newspapers are claiming that Patson Daka is very close to signing for Liverpool. Apparently we want him to become our next Jota. He is a 22-year striker playing for Salzburg and he scored 34 goals in just 41 games this season that just finished. So in this video we will talk all the details that you need to know, but first, if you enjoy these transfer news episodes, leave a like, subscribe if you haven't already, turn on the bell notifications so you never miss the latest Liverpool transfer news updates. And the reports coming from Spain is that Liverpool are set to announce Patson Daka signing imminently. That's what the Spanish outlet Todo Fichases are claiming. And this claim is very bold. Daka is a Zambia international and he is, I think, the next big star coming from Salzburg. You know that Haaland became an absolute superstar coming from Salzburg, and also many players like Naby Keita came through the ranks at Salzburg, and I think they have a very good setup there, a very professionally run club, the best club in Austria, and they know how to develop players. No wonder that so many big stars came from Salzburg recently. And Liverpool fans should be well aware of who Patson Daka is by now, but if you don't know exactly, he is a Zambia international, only 22 years old, 185 centimeters tall, that's 6 foot 1 inch tall, and he plays as an out-and-out striker, but he can play on the wing as well. And last season was actually his breakthrough season, where he scored 27 goals in 45 games, and this season he went even better. He scored 34 goals in 41 games. These are similar numbers to what Erling Haaland put up at Salzburg. I'm not saying that Daka is going to become as good a player as Erling Haaland, but it's certainly a good sign that he's putting up similar numbers. 27 league goals in 27 games. So basically on average he scored in every single game, and overall his record is 68 goals in just 124 games for Salzburg, which is very impressive. And he also has a 7 goals in 25 international games for Zambia, so another superstar coming from Africa. Take this report with a pinch of salt, because this Spanish outlet is not the most reliable in the world, but Daka's agent said, when he was asked where Daka will play next season, he said, I think it's time for a new challenge, a new adventure at the end of the season. So certainly Daka and his agent are planning to make a big transfer at the end of the season. He said Daka really got going this season. He's developing almost daily, and having sold Erling Haaland, Dominic Szoboszlai and Hwang Hee-chan to various European big clubs, Daka could be set to join a host of illustrious stars to have developed their skills in the Salzburg ranks. And Takumi Minamino recently went from Salzburg to Liverpool, so we already have a relationship with Salzburg, and Liverpool have a very good relationship with them. Jurgen Klopp also knows how well run Salzburg is. He said that when we played them in the Champions League, when Haaland was still playing there. And it's pretty clear that Daka is a huge talent and many clubs are interested in him. Manchester United, Manchester City and Arsenal have been credited with interest in the striker. But also it's actually surprising that West Ham United are also in the running, in the mix. They probably will have a little bit more money in the summer, having qualified for Europa League, so they want to bring in a new striker, having lost Sebastian Haller to Ajax in the January transfer window. And I think it's almost certain that Liverpool will sign a striker, will sign an attacker in the summer transfer window, because Liverpool struggled really badly in the second half of the season in front of goal, especially Mane and Bobby Firmino. Jota was out injured for almost 3 months, and Salah couldn't carry the team on his back in every single game. And it's pretty clear that we need to sign someone who will be the next superstar. Jota is on the way to become that, and we also need to make another signing this summer to bring in a player like Daka, who could become a really awesome player, I think, under Jurgen Klopp. Remember that almost every player, like 9 players out of 10 under Jurgen Klopp, has improved massively. And if Jurgen Klopp could do something similar with Daka, what he did with Sadio Mane, with Mohamed Salah, look at Mane's numbers before he signed. Yes, he scored a decent amount of goals for Southampton, but he exploded at Liverpool. And Salah even more. Salah scores like almost double the amount of goals that he scored previously in his career before his move to Liverpool. At Liverpool, he's scoring almost twice as many goals, and that must be credited with his development must be credited to Jurgen Klopp as well. And Daka could be an absolute bargain if you consider that Erling Haaland would cost around 120 million. Mbappe could cost even more, 150 million. Daka could be available for 20, 30, 35 million pounds maximum, not more than that. It could be an absolute bargain for Liverpool, and I think Liverpool will follow this strategy of signing the next star and making them the next star, and not signing ready-made players like Haaland and Mbappe, because we just don't have the funds. We don't have 100 million pounds to spend, especially after or during the pandemic. And the Spanish outlet is claiming that only minor details are left for the agreement to be completed, and the deal will be made official in the coming days. And I'm really hoping that is the case, and I'm really excited about this, because Daka in the Austrian league, he scored 27 goals in 27 games, and he got 7 assists as well, so he can provide assists as well. And overall 34 goals and 12 assists in just 42 appearances is an absolutely staggering number. That's 46 goal contributions in 42 games. So in every game, Daka is pretty much scoring or assisting a goal, which is really more than what you want from a 22-year-old striker, really. The only thing that I would be cautious about, that Liverpool don't want to end up with too many players from the African continent, because there is the Africa Cup of Nations, I think the only international tournament that is played during the European football season, and we already have Sadio Mane, Mo Salah, Naby Keita, players that will leave for the Africa Cup of Nations. And if we end up with 3 of our 5 forward players being from Africa, from an African national team, do you want to end up with just Jota and Firmino as the 2 strikers during the 1 month Africa Cup of Nations? That would leave Liverpool really thin up front. But as it stands, we would end up with that anyway. So during the season, if we could rotate Mane, Salah and Firmino with Daka and Jota, that would be really ideal, because I think sooner or later one of them will get a serious injury if we don't rotate them and give them sometimes a break. And yesterday England played Austria in a friendly in preparation for the Euros, and what I didn't understand, the Gareth Southgate selected like 7 or 8 players, however you want to look at it, 7 or 8 players who will not start regularly at the Euros. What is the point of that? Why are you experimenting this close to the Euros? You had the whole qualifying stage to experiment. Why do you do it right now? I don't understand. At least I would have started the starting 11 that will begin the Euros. I would have started them in this game and just give them 45 minutes, and then in the second half you can make changes. And also the stress that Trent Alexander-Arnold was put under in recent weeks and months, that probably took a toll on his body, because there is a link between the mind and the stress of the mind and the body as well. And Trent Alexander-Arnold got injured right at the end of the game in the 88th minute, kicking the ball, which was really unfortunate. And it looks like it could be a thigh strain or a thigh injury, some kind of muscle injury to his thigh. And that could be between anywhere from 2 weeks to 2 months. The scan results still haven't come back, so we don't know how severe Trent Alexander-Arnold the injury will be, but it would be just such a bitter blow for Trent Alexander-Arnold himself that he gets selected in the end for the Euros, and then in the first friendly he gets injured and he could miss the whole tournament. I really hope that's not the case, but Henderson and Maguire are already injured, so England and Trent definitely didn't need another injury worry. Henderson looked pretty concerned when Trent Alexander-Arnold was going off the pitch, judging by the pictures. So Gareth Southgate played like 7 or 8 fringe players. He even played Jesse Lingard as a starter when Jesse Lingard isn't even selected for the Euros? What is that all about? Can somebody explain what is the logic behind this? Playing players that won't be even going for the Euros. Do you want to just avoid injuries and just save your like best players for the Euros? That's the only like logical explanation that I can come up with, really. And Ibrahima Konate, after it was revealed that he will sign for Liverpool, finally he took to Twitter and he just posted 2 heart emojis after, you know, Liverpool posted that today Liverpool are 129 years old. So a happy birthday, Liverpool FC. What a glorious history this football club has, and I cannot wait what next season holds. And I really, really hope that we can celebrate the 130 years of Liverpool with a Premier League trophy or a Champions League trophy, or even both. That's not out of the question either. And also, what do you think about Jurgen Klopp's or Liverpool's decision to send Kevin Kelleher, our second choice goalkeeper, out on loan? And it looks like we will keep Adrian as our second choice goalkeeper, and that gives me a nervous feeling, because what if Alisson gets a serious injury? What if we miss 2 months? We will have to rely on Adrian, who I don't think is good enough to be a second choice goalkeeper at Liverpool. We would need somebody who is better, but who will want to sit on the bench almost all season behind Alisson, when you know that Alisson will pretty much play every game apart from the League Cup games. In every other competition Alisson will play regularly. But I would sign a more experienced, not more experienced, but a better goalkeeper than Adrian. It doesn't have to be more experienced. Or you could make an argument that Kevin Kelleher should sometimes start in the Champions League. He could start in the FA Cup, in the League Cup, because those are not priorities for Liverpool. And you could make an agreement with Kelleher that we will give you game time. Just stay here and develop and train with Alisson. And I'm usually not really interested in who footballers are dating, but this story is pretty funny. Nat Phillips, of course, Liverpool's centre-back, is dating Liam Gallagher, the Oasis frontman or ex-frontman, Liam Gallagher's daughter, Molly Gallagher. And Liam Gallagher is a very outspoken Man City fan who many times taunted Liverpool and ridiculed Liverpool on Twitter, but he has been silent since Man City lost the Champions League final, and no wonder, because many people took the mickey out of him. And I really hope that Nat Phillips is winding him up behind the scenes, and I wish them all the best. I wish Nat Phillips a really good chill summer, because he deserves to have a good summer after what he did for Liverpool. He was one of the main reasons why we actually finished in the top 4, why we finished in the Champions League places. And this is just a funny story to me, that Liam Gallagher, who absolutely hates Liverpool, his daughter is dating Nat Phillips, the Liverpool centre-back. And I really hope that next season Man City and Liverpool will go toe-to-toe in the Premier League title race. So I'm really looking forward to that. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed this. Have a nice day. See you later. Goodbye.